Hello everyone. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of Mouth in the Eyes with your favorite host, Human Dibitum. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome. So today is the fourth episode of our amazing Shireen's Anyway series. If you haven't checked out the other episodes, I really recommend and I encourage you to do so to check out the other episodes of the series. Today, as you can see from the title, I am talking about how to show up scared and still shift lives online. This is a very deep topic and close to my heart because I'm someone, despite my despite me being here, I'm someone who is constantly experiencing fear of showing up. I'm someone who's constantly wondering, if I'm doing enough, if there's something, if I'm doing enough. I have those fears in my head, and something else I'm also sometimes click by is, am I making a difference? Like, am I making a difference? It doesn't seem like I am, because sometimes when you don't when you're not like hearing um people say anything about the value you're giving online, it can be a bit demoralizing. And today I want to talk about showing up scared, me, like me, and how to still shift lives online, regardless of who seems to be watching or not. So I have my notes here, yes. So if I look here, I'm looking at my notes. So this episode is for the woman who is sitting on God given fire but is scared to be misunderstood. It's for the woman who was born for greatness, the woman who knows that she has so much potential, who knows she was literally born to change lives, born to create a massive shift on earth. And she has all this fire, all these dreams, all these ideas she wants to do. But she's so afraid of people not understand her. She's so scared of people not judging her, people misunderstanding her. That terrifies her. I see you. I wrote here, I've been you. But that's not even true because I am you. Right now, I'm telling you to do what I am doing. Okay, whether you have thousand followers, millions of followers, or whether you have, you know, the humble following that I have now. I think I have 21 followers right now. And I want to say it, I have 21 followers as I record this. Yes. That way I can look back and remember that I had 21 followers and yet here I was. I was showing up and I was still shifting life online. Okay. I am the person that has gone live when I was really terrified. It's actually my first live, my very first episode, which you can find here. I was really scared. I didn't know what I was saying. And I've been at that point I had already postponed my podcast, my new series by a lot. But I think a week. No, I think a couple of weeks at that point. I told myself that I was going to start the new series in May, the Shireen's Anyway series, and that for this series I was going to finally show my face. And that was terrifying because my podcast had always been like just audio, regular podcast. And I made the massive move for me to really come online, to come live, not just online, to come live and just like speak like this with like, okay, I wasn't just say unscripted, but yeah, when I did the podcast, it was totally unscripted. But now that I'm going live, I do write some notes just to keep me organized and just to reduce my anxiety levels. Yeah. So I decided I was going to go live, and that was terrifying for me. That first episode, I was so scared, but I still did it. I still showed up, and I want to tell you that I'm not perfect. As you can see, um, I don't. I was supposed to post every Thursday, and I've not done that because Thursday come, sometimes Thursday comes, and I have here, and even though I have this podcast, even though I've started, um, you know, private sessions and all the other fun things I'm doing, check out my description. I still have myself here. I still have the anxiety of, what if no one likes it? What if I'm just out here and I'm just like wasting my time? And this is something that really plagues me sometimes. I'm like, what if I'm wasting my time? I don't know if you can relate. I'm sure people that also have more followers can relate, but sometimes I really have this question: what if I'm just wasting my time here? And why do I feel that way? I feel that way because, you know, the truth is that no matter how much work I'm doing on myself, no matter how much progress I'm making, no matter how much bold decisions I'm making here, part of me still wants people to recognize that, hey, human, you said this one thing in your episode and it made a difference for me. Like I think I've said before, I really feel like I was born to give clarity to others. So there's a part of me that still desires that. But how do you show up despite having that? It's something that I would talk about today, something that I still have to learn myself. It's a work in progress because you can do better now and the next week you can make a mistake. But the issue is not making a mistake. The main point is to get up, is to picking yourself up and choosing to be the essence of this series. She wins anyways. She wins when she's tired. She wins when she's frustrated. She wins when things aren't really working her way. You know what's funny? When things aren't really working your way in life, that is when you really show your crown. Because the crown is not only when you're walking this shiny, perfect path, the crown is for when you're confused. You don't know where to go. You feel like there's no meaning. But then when you crown yourself in those moments, that makes you even more powerful, right? That makes you even more powerful. So I have shown up when I had 21 followers. Like right now, I'm still showing up right now. There's no proof of whether what I'm doing is working. I'm choosing to show up even when there's no evidence because I know that 1 year down the line, 2 years, or even 10 years, or even 30 years, who knows? I'll come back and I'll watch this episode and I'll say, I'm so glad I showed up. And I'll say, wow, is this what 27-year-old human looked like? Is this what human that had 21 followers looked like when she had no idea what would even happen? She had enough faith to say, I am going to show, I'm going to believe in my dream. So I want to encourage you to know that when you're scared, it's the best time to show up. And if you don't know who to show up for that future self of yours who would love to see what you look like, what you sound like, right? Imagine if you don't show up because you're thinking, oh my goodness, what if no one likes me? What if, like human, I come and I show up online and I don't get any comments. I don't get any feedback on how what I'm saying is affecting anyone. I just get silence, crickets. What if that happens to me too? Then use me as an example. Okay, let's laugh together. Let's have a laughing session. Haha, let's laugh. Let's laugh. Because so what? So what if I don't have that engagement? Is that a reason why I shouldn't show up? When I've literally felt the call in my heart to speak up. I felt this thing for years. So I shouldn't speak up because I'm not going to have any engagement. What if right now in this moment I'm speaking up for my future self? What if 10 years down the line, I say a thing in this video that will just be a massive difference for me, make a massive difference for me? What if 30 years from now, a person stumbles across this video and says, I'm so glad she made this video, and say, thank you, human, for making this? You never know how, like, you don't know the outcome of the thing. And today, it's not in the title, but today's episode is really about, like, it's about breaking up with the outcome. Maybe I should have changed the title of this episode. Now that I think about it, maybe I will change the title because now it came very clear in my head. This the point. Showing up online and shifting lives requires for you to break up with the outcome. So now I'm going to give you a gift at the end of this, or maybe right now. We're going to break up with the outcome. Yes. What is the outcome? How will they see me? Why? That's an outcome. Why are you thinking about that? Oh, what if I have no engagement like human? Outcome. What if I create this course and no one likes it? Outcome. What if, what if? All outcomes. Today, I want this to be the day you wake up with the outcome. Today is June 7th. Like, write it in your calendar. Mine is a bit far right now. I'm gonna get my journal too because I'm doing this with you. Okay. I am also in this place where I have broken up with the outcome. Okay. And there's some more work I need to do. Because one of my mentors says very beautifully that inner work happens in layers, and so does self development and so does growth. It happens in layers. It doesn't. It's not like a one-time thing, and then now everything is changed. It happens in layers, and I've been doing this work, and here I am, still attached to outcome. So today, I want all of us to grab something to write on. I'm looking for something right now. Bear with me. Let's find something. What will I use? Okay, I found this notebook here. We're gonna use this. Okay. I like the way this is going. I hope you're enjoying this too. So I have this book here. On top, I'm gonna write outcome breakup. Let's do that. Outcome breakup. Okay. And then in parentheses, write declaration. Yeah. Let me show you what I have. So I have this to show you that I'm really doing this with you. So let's write. Today, whatever day you're watching this, I decide with my mind. So this is the gift. I'm doing it now. Body and soul to break up with any attachment mm, any attachment to any outcome I may have. I'm doing this publicly, so this is massive, guys. With any outcome I may have. So today I decide with my mind, body, and soul to break up with any attachment to any outcome I may have. I decide to embrace my current position, and I decide with mind, body, and soul to completely give it all to God. Give it all to God. Breathe. If you just write that down, breathe. This might seem simple. I'm gonna maybe tear this out and put it on my wall right here because it might just be the outcome of what will happen if you show up online, or if you show up even in your business. If you showed up in, I don't know, posting more on Instagram. If you showed up um at a restaurant you want to go to, but you're scared of how people are gonna look at you. Any place that you want to show up, any place you know your impact, your energy is needed, but you're too afraid to be there. You need to speak this over that area of your life. Okay, whether it's spending too much money, would this work? Spending too much money. I think this will also work. Like you're still breaking up with that. You're breaking up with that. You're breaking up with the outcome that you have to spend more money. So today we did a massive thing. We decided to break up with the outcome, completely break up. We made a whole declaration. Are you proud of yourself? Because I am proud of you. Take a deep breath, drink some water if you have some. What you have some? You're watching me. Drink some water, and now let's continue. By the way, this gift was not a part of today's episode, but I'm just so happy because now I have decided to just really be more of myself here, to just be more of me, to be more free. And I have broken up with the outcome. So you are welcome to hold me accountable when I don't show up on Thursdays, or no, I don't do the things that I'm going to do, because usually when you decide to do something and it doesn't really happen that way, it's because you have an outcome attachment, and you think the outcome you want is not going to happen, and you're focusing on the outcome you don't want. So like you're marrying the outcome you don't want, and you're bringing out the outcome you want. So this declaration we just made is to break up with the outcome you don't want. And now just have no attachment. Do the things you want to do. Okay? Let's continue. So the lie of being polished. What is that? Let's talk. Why do you think you have to be perfect before you come out here and show your face? Why do you think you have to know everything? Why are you calling everyone you know, asking them to validate you, to tell you why you are supposed to be doing what you want to do, to clap for you, to say, "Yay, you can do it." Now that's very nice. That's very nice. But you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to be this polished, perfect doll or person before you can actually show up and do what you have to do. Look at me. I am here on my podcast in the fourth episode of my new series. And I'm very well aware that I have a stutter. I'm sure you've noticed. It's something that is getting better and better over time. At the same time, it's something that I still have, right? Maybe in 2 months down the line, that it'll be gone. Maybe in 10 years, who knows? I'm not going to wait until I'm polished before I show up. That's an example. So that was a very vulnerable share. I love that for me. So you decide to, right? People that people that were assigned to you, I believe that we're all born to serve. Some people, right? Those that you were born to serve don't want you perfect. They want the real you. They want the version of yourself that is real, not perfect. Okay? The nervous system they want safety. Right? Sometimes like when we do new things, it feels so unsafe. You feel triggered. I experienced that a couple of weeks ago when I decided to start posting 4 times a week on my Instagram because I wanted to grow my channel. I also wanted to give value to people that were there. After I did that, I got so scared. Right. I don't know what scared me, but then again, an outcome scared me. I can't tell you exactly why because a lot of these things are very subconscious. But then you just like feel the reaction in your body, which is like fear, wanting to run away, wanting to just leave everything behind. I felt that fear. Maybe the fear was like, oh, if I keep posting 4 times a week on my Instagram and then no one no one tells me that I've made a difference in their life. Like what if I just post 4 times a week on Instagram? And then I get nothing. Like I don't even get a single comment. Someone tell me, hey, this has helped me. What if I'm wasting my time? What I mentioned to you earlier. That's an outcome we need to break up with. But thank God you have the outcome breakup declaration formula that I gave you. Go back and watch it again. So your nervous system you want safety, but your soul, the real you, the I. If you watched the last episode, go watch it. The I, the real you. It wants impact. It doesn't want to run away. It wants to do what it was born to be. It wants to expand. It wants to try new things. It wants to live. It wants to live. Can you imagine that? The fear of perfection is holding you back from living. You can't leave from your bedroom and my bedroom right now. That is so funny. You can't leave from your bedroom if you're not going to like and just run away from everything. Right now, I may be in my physical bedroom, but I'm not there mentally right now because I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone by coming out here and talking. Not even talking and delivering value, showing myself, taking a step towards my purpose, right? And I'm not gonna say being fearless because am I afraid? Not now. Before I did this, was I afraid? Was I afraid? Yes, I was scared. Again, why? The nonsensical fears we have to deal with to become who we want to become. We all experience that. I experienced that, right? You're afraid people are gonna point the finger at you. Oh, look at the way she's talking. Oh, how dare she come and say these things when she has 21 subscribers? How dare she? Who does she think she is? Those people are not your people. Your people don't want your perfection. All they want for you is to decide that you're going to be there, you're going to show up. And over time, your signal might get so strong that they might find you. Then again, what if they never find you? That voice, what if they never find me? What if those I want to serve never find me? Oh, those I want to serve, those I was born to serve, why did you never find me? You know, we could go down and explore that. We can go down that rabbit hole and explore what they'll never find you, and we'll be here for an entire lifetime and some more. Or we can just live your purpose and do the things you want to do and give our energy where it actually matters. Why do you want to think about what if no one shows up and then you put in all your energy into writing a whole novel as to why no one as to why it's not going to work out, as to why you're going to put in all your energy into this thing you want to do and nobody's going to appreciate you for it. No one is going to like you. You're writing a whole book, stories that will not help you. How about you write stories that will actually help you? How about you run stories in your head that will actually encourage you to become your next greatest version? How about you think whether or not it works out, it doesn't matter. I'm here for the experience because your soul really wants impact. Your soul wants to play. Your soul wants to live. Okay, you're not doing something because it's gonna come out perfect. You're doing it because you want to do it. The desire came from your heart to do it. It means that it's a stepping stone to somewhere. Where is that somewhere? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But guess what? You can hide under a rock, or you can create a game with rocks and you can play because you feel that you can decide to hide under a rock, or you can listen to your desire to say, "Oh, I want to play with rocks in my hand." Maybe that's how a person who created the game of juggling. Maybe that's how it was created. Some guy playing with rocks and saying, "Hey, I'm doing this thing." Who knows? But the thing is, when you're doing something, you won't know what the outcome is going to be like because you're a human being. You're too in it to see it from the outside. And guess who has the elevated perspective? God. God has the higher perspective. He can see the full picture. So why do you want to do everything on your own? When you get overwhelmed, you get scared. You get scared. It's because you feel like you're by yourself. In other words, God has left the chat. God hasn't really left, but you haven't given him permission to guide you. Because yes, God goes by free will if you didn't know that. So next time you feel afraid, next time you freeze and you just want to run away and then you just want to hide, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and remember, which outcome am I playing out right now? Am I going to sit here and write stories as to why I'm miserable? Am I going to go and juggle with some rocks or do something? Am I going to go and take that dance class I wanted to take? Even though everyone is asking me why I'm investing in a dance class when I'm an accountant, you never know. We can sit here and say, oh, what if it ends up being useless? Are you going to be a dance instructor? Nobody knows. You have to trust that God puts those desires in your heart. Okay, they might not be the next thing you want to do might not be the destination, but it's definitely along the way if it came from your heart. It's definitely a stepping stone. It's definitely a step. You can't just jump into the destination because even the destination you think you want to get to, it's not really a destination. That destination is a stepping stone to somewhere else. Because life never ends until you leave this earth. Of course, there will be always things you have to learn, always things you're going to start, projects you're going to start. And it's only at the end that you understand that that thing you thought was a destination was only a stepping stone. Why are we so quick to say, "Oh, I want to arrive here"? Let's stop trying to arrive anywhere. The key to honestly being happy is to really just enjoying the journey, being present, being grateful, breaking up with the outcome breakup. Okay, let's talk about shifting lives online. So, what shifts life? The unedited truth spoken from your trembling hands that carries the weight of God. When you're shaking and you're terrified, but you know you have a message, and you still come and you share that message is covered with God because it takes courage to do that. Okay, so shifting lives online or shifting lives, period, wherever you want to do it, the delivery is not like how it's delivered is not the main point. It's not even the goal. The goal is spiritually aligned obedience. Okay, because the goal is feeling something. I want to talk about this, and then going and doing it. That obedience will create will be the call to someone who might have needed to hear that. What if you say, "Well, I've been doing that, nobody is like, hearing me out." Well, I'll keep doing it. Like we said, do you want to sit around and writing books about what's not gonna work out, or do you just want to be obedient and live your life? Because even if nobody comments, nobody watches. Right now, I'm doing this live and there's no one here with me. It's me, myself, and I and God. Loving it. Me, myself, and God. We're here. We're here. And I can sit here and say, what if I get no like? What if no one comes here? What if no one? I can write a series longer than life on that, or I can just say I'm showing up. I'm breaking up with the outcome. I'm breaking up with the outcome. I am breaking up with the outcome. Oh my goodness, that feels so good. I am breaking up with the outcome. I'm free. I'm no longer in this bondage situation, relationship with the outcome. Where I was like, I was begging. I am free from that bondage. And I myself, I needed to say this to myself today. So thank you because me coming here today helped me create this outcome breakup declaration that I didn't have before I came here. What if that was the gift for me and for you, whoever chooses to be here? Whether or not you like or give a comment, whether no one watches it on the surface of the earth, I won because I'm here. And 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, when I look at this video, I'm gonna think that woman was cool. She was cool. Why was she cool? Because she showed up. She showed up. And even if it doesn't seem like you're shifting lives, you are. Because there are people who are silently watching you. You have no idea. But everyone is an influencer to some level. Are you going to use the influencing power that God has given you to give up, to focus on negativity, to spiral? Are you going to use it to say, I'm going to break up with the outcome? I'm going to embrace whatever situation I'm in right now. Where I'm at, I'm going to embrace that. I'm going to create my own joy. Because I'm not a victim here. I'm not a victim. I came here to play, to have fun, to try new things. This is all that it is. I'm like a little girl, um, you know, sharing her heart, sharing what's in her heart, having fun. This is something that I've done my whole life. Now I get to do it on the internet for the whole world to see. Now I get to do it with more potential eyes on me, but it's still me because my whole life I've been giving people advice. I've been sharing. I've been loving. I've been pouring before I even knew what those words even meant. I've been guiding, and now I get to do that before the world stage. Now sometimes it hurts. It hurts when I think that oh nobody might even be watching this. Nobody is even watching this. But you know what? I have to remember to break up with the outcome. I have to remember why I'm doing this. Okay? When you show up scared, you might encourage someone to feel safe to begin their journey. When a person sees you studying terrified, like I'm doing right now, and still showing up, I can encourage them to just say, if this girl with 21 subscribers, ugh, and you can come on here and can be so herself. What am I doing? I have 10,000 subscribers and I feel like I have nothing. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're focusing on the outcome. It's time to break up with that outcome, okay? When I show up raw, someone else no longer feels alone. Today I was so vulnerable. I shared my studying. I shared what happened on my Instagram. I shared what happened here. I shared very personal stories. I shared all those things, my failures, my pain. And I think it feels really liberating because I no longer have to come here and try to be like I'm perfect. I never did, but I never was this transparent too. I was never this free on YouTube before. And when I was just recording the podcast on my face, I felt more free to just speak from my heart. Starting this live session, starting this new series and going live really triggered me and made me begin to want to show up a certain way. made me feel like I had to look a certain way, talk a certain way. It put me in my head. But even when I had those thoughts, I was in my head and I was just really anxious as to being ridiculed. I still showed up, and the first episode is there. And I'm so grateful because 10 years from now, I can watch that first episode of Strange Anyways. And if I forget, even now, forget that, even now, that was, I think, 4 weeks ago. And I can be so proud of that girl. And I know that 4 weeks ago from now, that version of me will be proud of me who came here today. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about some Bible verses that speak to me on this topic. Oh, look, today we're going ham, y'all. I hope you have a snack or something. We're going in. Um, the first verse is 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9, and it says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Do you know how deep that is? Because that for God, your grace is enough for God. And what is your grace? Is grace perfect? It's just you being you being the best person you can be. It's enough for God. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Even when you're in weakness and you want to freeze, you want to run away, you want to, like you're just being stuck, you want to fight, whatever whatever coping mechanism you have, remember that that weakness, like that's your strength, is made perfect in weakness. What is that? In weak times, you have a strength, not by might, not by power. You have a strength and you have support. You're not alone. I am here, putting myself out here. Use me as an example. Your weakness doesn't disqualify you from power. Your weakness reveals your power. Because people that can come out and that can really be brave when they feel weak, that is power like you've never seen before. So another verse I wanted to share is this verse that a very dear person shared with me today. My dear sister, friend, Ola. And it says, "Be on guard, be on guard, stand firm in your faith, in God, respecting his precepts, and keeping your doctrines sound. Act like mature men and be courageous. Be strong. Let everything you do be done in love." That part just goes here. Let everything you do be done in love, motivated and inspired by God's love for us. We do things because we want love from others. We want attention from people. We want to be seen as cool. We want to be accepted. That's human nature. But it says to let everything you do be done in love. Love for you, love for others. Showing up here today, I read this verse and I was like, I really want to be a manifestation of love for anyone who watches this video. I want them to feel loved, to feel supported, to really get something valuable from this that they can actually carry into their lives. Let everything you do be done in love, motivated and inspired by God's love for us. What are your motivations? I think motivations are very much tied to the outcome. So if your motivation is inspired by God's love for you, you're not going to experience any feelings that I myself have experienced. That means you have experienced too. You're going to be able to move forward from that. And when you start to feel sad and depressed or whatever else you feel, ask yourself, what's my motivation? Break up with the outcome, right? Yes. Break up with the outcome. Remember 1 Corinthians verse 14. Let everything you do be done in love, motivated and inspired by God's love for us. Yeah. So I was very real today with you. I was so real. And as I am right now, I am going to break up with the outcome on camera, the outcome of wanting people to appreciate my work, of wanting people to find value in it. I really want that desire. I really have that desire. Of course, you want it. But I have to really embrace my heart. Whether one person, whether 1 million, Whether 0 people find it, I want to feel the same. I no longer wish to attach my happiness to how others perceive me, how others perceive my work, my light, my calling. I want to break up with the outcome. Let's do it together again. Today, I decide with my mind, my body, and soul to break up any attachments to any. Sorry. Today, I decide with my mind, body, and soul to break up with any attachment to any outcome I may have. I decide to embrace my current position. I decide to embrace my current position. I decide to embrace my current position. And I decide with mind, body, and soul to completely give it all to God, to completely give it all, completely surrender. I completely surrender the outcome of what this video will do, what this life will do to God. May He do whatever He wants it to do. I am no longer in charge. I showed up. And I'm laughing, I'm smiling now. And I'm so proud of myself because whatever happens, oof, not on my shoulders. Not on these shoulders, okay? So I have a little show up protocol that I wanted to share with all of you today. If you stay this long, I have 2 gifts for you. This one is something else. So let me have some water. Wow. Inhale. Sorry. Inhale. God is with me. Then we're gonna inhale. Exhale. This isn't about me. Put your hand on your chest. Breathe one more time. I am safe. I am safe. Dear God, use this for someone else's freedom. I surrender how it lands. I let go of use. I let go of validation. I let go of others' perception of me or my work. I trust that my obedience has really shifted something in the unseen. Amen. And so it is. Amen. So that was a little gift for you. If you stayed here this long, I have something that I'm calling crown codes. Now that I think about it, I should have mentioned it earlier too. I'm learning. I think next week I'm going to mention it in the middle. But I created this 11-day coronation. It's called Crown Codes, the 11-day coronation, where it literally guides you to crown yourself. To crown yourself over a period of 11 days. Every single day you get a crown. You learn how to let go of your imperfections, let go of the things that are literally holding you back, and crown yourself and become stronger. And after that, after the 11 days, you're going to feel so empowered. You're going to feel so much more confident. And guess what? Again, like my mentor said, inner work happens in layers. Whenever you feel like you're going back into others' opinions, how they see you, what they think of you, you can just do it over and over again. The link is down in my description. It's free of charge for you because I wanted to create something with my everything that was free that I can just give you. So download that in the description. Start your day 1 today and crown yourself. Now that I think about it, I actually want to read a little bit from that. Let's see if I can find it here. Let's read. Oh my goodness, I have an amazing idea. I actually have a good idea right now. I have an idea. What if every week I like share little things from the crown codes? That'll be fun, right? So I'm gonna start with what the crown code is, like the front page. It's a divine reclamation of your throne within, a sacred unmasking, a holy reset, a royal remembrance, a royal remembrance. Not to become, but to remember, not to chase, but to reign. Welcome to your holy return. I'm not gonna read all of it, but I wanna just read the crown code, the crown that you should put on your head today. I was not made for recognition. I was built for reign. I am already crowned, holy, undeniable, especially in silence. I bless you all today. I bless you. I wish you the best. Download coin codes, start your journey, crown yourself. I feel like you don't have to buy anything from me to crown yourself. I think every woman is an empress, and I believe that you get to wear your crown and spend your money however way you want to spend your money and invest your time where however you want to invest your time. But this is the free resource that I put so much of my love into. 11-day coronation to transform yourself into the woman you want to be, into the woman who makes decisions like this, into the woman who is quote unquote fearless. Because fearless. Fearless means that the fear is there, but you're moving forward with courage. That's what it means to be fearless. And you have it with you. You can do the coronation over and over and over again whenever you feel fear. And this is available for you for free. Because I want to be a person who gives without measuring, without counting. So I made this for you. Yeah. Link in my description. The link of my first episode is also there. So do check it out. I had so much fun today. I didn't know I'll be here for this long. But that was fun and I'm proud of myself for being here. And I hope you do something that empowers you. Actually, pick something to do that you want to do, or something that really scares you, and do it. And I'll leave you with this Bible verse. It's James 1, verse 4, and it says, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete. And that'll be all for today. I had fun. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I will see you in my next episode. Remember to break up with the outcome. Bye.